Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to have a review of the MegaPot. So if you caught my preview of the MegaPot, I've used it enough. I think it's time to do a full review of it. So let's get into it. So just so you know, I do have, obviously, because you guys can see, I did get the MegaPot 15 gallon with 2 holes in it. One of them is for the thermometer and the other one is for the ball valve. So if we start with the thermometer, it's the thermometer, then a washer, then the black O-ring, then on the inside is the nut. I have not had any leaks coming out of there. Even the first time, what I did was I put it together and then I put it in the bathtub, filled it with water, let it sit for about a half hour just to make sure I didn't have any leaks. So on the bottom we do have the nipple, and from the nipple we do have a washer, or I should say an O-ring. Then on the inside we have another O-ring and then the nut. And again, same thing with this. I have not had any leaks on it yet. Also, and I don't know how many of you have noticed this, but on some of the pots I have looked at, the handles burnt or the O-rings burnt from having the heat too high. I have not had that. I've probably brewed 10, 12 times on this one, and I have not had any issues with leaks or stuff burning or melting. So the other thing I wanted to say was I wish this thermometer was lower. I wish it was offset and down some more, because in doing a batch sparge or a fly sparge, depending on my water level, this thermometer sits at about 5 gallons. So if in the mash in I only need 4.5, then I cannot use this thermometer as it does not get down into the water. So I wish they would offset it and put it down lower, so that way if you're only doing a 5-gallon batch, it would still read. Because if you're doing a 10-gallon batch, you are fine, but when you start stepping down, most of the time, I think almost every time, this did not come into play. But what I did was I actually filled it up past 5 gallons, heated all that up. Then by the markings on the inside, I went by that for my mash in and my mash out. But other than that, I have to say everything's been working well. I wish they would have an option for a 3-piece ball valve instead of the 2-piece. With all the customization you can do to this, I can't believe they don't have a 3-piece ball valve. Yes, I could have got all the parts by myself and put it together to get what I wanted, but with the kit that they offer, as of right now, you can only pick a 2-piece ball valve. Handles have been fine. They're still riveted on. Nothing's moved. So you can't go wrong with that. There is a little filler, and I'll put up a picture of it, that does siphon or take the water off the bottom. That is nice. Sometimes I do have a hard time getting it out after I'm done to clean everything out. So, but you have to have a tight seal on that, so that's okay. And it moves. I can move it up and down, sideways, any way I want it, so that works. The etchings are still on there. They haven't came off or started wearing off. The only problem I have with them, I wish they were a different color, maybe black or something, because on a cool day when your water's heating up and you have the steam coming up, they are kind of hard to read depending on if you're boiling the water for a batch sparge or just heating up all that wort. You have to almost get in there and keep moving back and forth until you can see it. So I wish they were black or a different color, because the shininess of the inside does reflect. And again, like I said, with all that steam, they are kind of hard to read. But other than that, I haven't had any problems with it. It's easy to clean. Like I said, that little tube inside there, I just take out and I can scrub the bottom and everything comes off. Then once I'm done, I put it back in there. I don't actually know what's on the inside of the nipple. I don't know if it's a O-ring that's made of plastic or rubber or something like that. So we'll have to see over time if that little piece starts wearing that O-ring out. And if it does, I'm guessing the only way to replace it is to replace that nipple. But like I said, I haven't had any problems as of now, so hopefully we don't. I do like the ball valve. It is a locking one. Sometimes it can be a pain because once you get water in it and you want to transfer hot water, I should say, it does become kind of hot. So you do have to watch out for that because you do have to lift the little lock up in order to move the handle, and that can become hot. Most of the time I do it with some kind of glove on because it gets hot. I did add the quick disconnect. That also becomes hot sometimes. So again, I do use gloves to get that off and plug it in. But other than that, I would say it's a win. It's well worth the money. As far as I know, the temperature gauge does keep accurate readings. I do have a gun thermometer that I use, and it is almost the same exact temperature as this, off maybe 1 or 2 degrees sometimes. But again, with the gun thermometer, you're not really sure where it's aiming or at what point on the surface it is picking up that temp. But other than that, it's good. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys have used them. If you watched the first one, this is my second one. I have a 10-gallon MegaPot, but I do not have any of the accessories in there. But overall, a good one. So that'll wrap up this review of the MegaPot. And until next time, happy brewing. Thank you for watching this video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Leave me a comment down below to tell me what you thought about this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe and share, and hit that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. You can check out these videos over here. Also head over to 31stbrewing.com for everything beer and home brewing related.